Welcome to the final episode of All Access with the Profs for the 2024 fall semester. Once again, I am Jordan Weisinger, and we have a great season finale for you all. Women's basketball have played 2 games since we last met. It was a clobbering of Gwinnett Mercy, 77-38. NJAC play did start for the Profs on November 26th, but they now start 4 straight games against conference play. Those games came against Rutgers, Camden, and NJCU this past week. The Profs currently sit at 3-2. Can they make it 5-2? Here is Steven Wilczynski for more.
The Rowan women's basketball team have been too much to handle lately as they took home their 4th win in a row, improving their record to 5-2. The Profs traveled down to NJCU on Saturday, defeating the Knights 63-52. At the center of it all was Christina Johnson, who scored 16 points, 15 of which from beyond the arc. Accompanying Christina Johnson was senior guard Kate Hurley. Hurley scored 14 points and added 4 steals. Rowan found the scoreboard first with a 3-pointer from Sabrina Orojo. The Profs would find success from deep, shooting an impressive 50% from 3-point range, compared to NJCU's 19%. The Profs continued to increase their lead quarter to quarter, never looking back. A big part of the Profs' success can be credited to Charlotte Carlisle, as she grabbed a career-high 12 rebounds. The Profs are currently 3-0 in the NJAC. Their next 2 matchups against Kane and William Patterson are conference matchups where they look to remain undefeated. From SB Gym, I'm Steven Wilczynski with All Access with the Profs. Back to you, Jordan.
The men's team is coming off a barn burner win against Montclair State 2 weeks ago, 107-102. Danny Fleming led the way in scoring with 26 points on 10 for 14 shooting. He also tallied 7 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal, all with 22 minutes on the floor. The men's team also had 2 games against Rutgers, Camden, and NJCU. Can Denny Fleming lead the way once again in both conference games? Let's pass it to Gerasimos Gervasiliou for more intel.
The Rowan men's basketball team split both of their games this past week, winning comfortably against the Rutgers Camden Scarlet Raptors, but falling short to the NJCU Gothic Knights. The loss at NJCU ended what was a 3-game winning streak for the Profs, with all 3 of those wins coming from the SB Gymnasium. The Profs remained undefeated at home this season with an 81-67 victory over the Scarlet Raptors last Wednesday night. After a back-and-forth first half that saw Rowan hold a 4-point lead over Rutgers Camden going into intermission, the Profs took care of business in the second half, never faltering their lead for the remainder of the game. Senior guard Khalif Mears had a game-high 23 points in the win, with junior guard Taz Canty adding 21 of his own on 9 of 11 shooting. On Saturday, the story was quite different, as Rowan lost in a nail-biter to the NJCU Gothic Knights 80-75 in Jersey City. Despite the loss, Rowan's go-to guy, Khalif Mears, netted a career-high 35 points with 3 steals and a block defensively to solidify a stellar day both ways. Profs junior Bryson Williams was able to drill 3 triples in this one, but that was overshadowed by a complete performance from the NJCU, having 4 players in double figures and outscoring Rowan's bench 29-16. Rowan's men's basketball is now 3-3 on the year, with a trip to Kane and a return home against William Patterson in the coming days. I'm Gerasimos Gervasiliou with All Access with the Profs. Jordan?
Rowan men's and women's indoor track both had their first events of the track season. The fast track season opener was held at the Ocean Breeze Complex in Staten Island, New York. The men's and women's team are hungry for more in 2024-2025 after both teams ended up making the NCAA D3 championships, but ended up finishing 16th and 44th last year, respectively. Let's see how both teams fared in their first event of the year. Here is Sam Prince for more.
Both the Rowan men's and women's track and field teams kicked off their season this past Friday on December 6th at the Ocean Breeze Complex in Staten Island, New York. It was highlighted by both the men's team and the women's team placing. For the men's team, it was highlighted by Jamala Gant and Messiah Byard. Gant got a PR in winning the high jump with a top mark of 2.09 meters. Byard got a Rowan record of 6.84 in 60 meters. He broke Shamar Love's record of 6.85 in 60 meters that was set 2 seasons ago. For the women's team, it was highlighted by Blessing Korma and Maya Walker. Korma took second in the high jump with 1.55 meters. Walker hit an indoor PR in 200 meters with 26.30. Both the men's and the women's Rowan track and field team will resume action in the new year on January 17th. But for me, it's Sam Prince. This is All Access with the Profs. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Sam. And now that the fast track season opener has passed, the women's team moves to their second event, the TCNJ Open, held at the Armory in New York City. The girls had a solid showing at Staten Island, so let's see if they can continue it. Here is Skylie Sweeney for more on the women's event.
The women's indoor track and field team was back in action this Saturday at the TCNJ Indoor Open held at the NYC Armory. The Profs put together some strong performances, including several top finishes, as they continue to build momentum early in the 2024 season. Now, let's take a look at how the team fared in action. The day kicked off with a strong showing from the women's 4x400 relay team. Molly Lodge, Nyla Jones, Ava Riley, and Jasmine Broadway made their season debut and delivered a solid performance, finishing third with a time of 4 minutes 4.66. It was a strong start for the relay squad, and they'll look to build on that as the season progresses. Individually, senior Molly Lodge continued her dominance in the sprints, taking first place in the 300 meters with a time of 40.59 seconds. Teammate Jasmine Broadway also had a great showing in the event, finishing fourth with a time of 41.50. Freshman Nyla Jones impressed in the 60-meter hurdles, securing third place with a time of 9.23 seconds. She had a strong showing in the prelims as well, running 9.17 seconds to qualify for the final. It's clear that Jones is off to a fast start this season. In the middle distance, junior Gianna Borgio ran a strong race in the 1,000 meters, earning third place with a time of 3 minutes 10.9. Right behind her was sophomore Ava Rizzo, who finished fifth with a time of 3 minutes 10.77. Freshmen Lisa O'Sullivan and Paige Franklin also made their mark in the event, finishing 7th and 8th, respectively, with times of 3 minutes 14.32 and 3 minutes 14.65. The Profs had a strong showing, with standout performances from athletes displaying early season form and multiple personal bests on the board. Rowan is poised for an exciting indoor track season. I'm Skylar Sweeney with All Access with the Profs. Now, back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Skylar. And now that final sports run-through of the semester is done, we move to the final calendar segment of the season. Jake Clark has been phenomenal all semester long. Let's see if he can deliver one last time. Jake, take it away.
Thanks for the high praise, Jordan. You've also been fantastic all semester. But now, back to business. I'm Jake Clark, back with this week's calendar for Rowan Athletics. On Wednesday, men's and women's basketball both added another win against NJAC opponent Rutgers Camden. Starting off with the men's game, where they defeated Rutgers Camden by a score of 81-67. As you can see on your screen, Khalif Mears had 23 points, which led all scorers, and Taz Caney added 21 points on 82% shooting. Moving down to the women's basketball game, they won 78-44, and the Profs had 3 scorers in double figures. Kate Hurley had 16 points and led all scorers. Jess McLaughlin netted 12 points, and Charlotte Carlisle added 11 in the win. So after all teams had off on Thursday, the winter track season began at the Fast Track Season Open in Staten Island, New York. For the men's track and field team, freshman Jameer Brown set the Division III record in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 7.72 seconds. Masai Bird set a school record in the 60-meter dash with a time of 6.84 seconds. Jamil Gant set a new personal record with a jump of 2.09 meters. And for the women's track and field team, freshman Blessing Karoma took second in the high jump with a jump of 1.55 meters. Kayla Julianne recorded a PR in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 7.97 seconds. Maya Walker also recorded a personal record for the indoor 200-meter dash with a time of 26.3 seconds. Also on Friday, both men's and women's swim were on the road against Johns Hopkins. However, both teams suffered losses to the Blue Jays. Starting off with the women's swim team, Ella Pennington won the 100 and 200 backstroke for Rowan, and her 200 backstroke time is a Johns Hopkins pool record. Caitlin Crothamel added 2 personal bests in the 1,000 freestyle and 100 backstroke. And Riley Cornell notched the season best in the 100 breaststroke and added a personal best in the 500 freestyle. For the men's swim team, Jack Watson was first in the 100-yard freestyle and took third in the 100 backstroke. Also, the medley relay team of Jack Watson, James Bygott, Alex Volin, and Gavin Luong placed second with a time of 1 minute and 32 seconds. Finally, moving to Saturday, where men's and women's basketball traveled to NJCU. Starting off with the women's team, they won by a score of 63-52. As you can see on your score there, on your screen there, Christina Johnson had 16 points and Kate Hurley added 14 points and 6 rebounds. However, the men's team wasn't so lucky as they lost a tough one, 80-75. Khalif Mears continued his dominant senior campaign with 35 points on 16 for 21 shooting, 6 rebounds, and added 3 steals on the defensive end. However, the Profs struggled to score as the only other Prof in double figures was Bryson Williams with 11 points. Also on Saturday, winter track had a quick turnaround at the TCNJ Open. Molly Lodge placed first in the 300-meter dash with a time of 40.59 seconds. Freshman Nyla Jones placed third in the 60-meter hurdles, finishing with 9.23 seconds. Gianna Bergio placed third in the 1,000-meter with a time of 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So that wraps up this week for Rowan Athletics, but we'll flip over to next week to see what's on schedule. Tomorrow night, men's and women's basketball travel to Kane University, with the women playing first at 5:30 and the men taking the court at 7:30. Thursday and Friday, all teams are off, but the action resumes on Saturday with more basketball as men's and women's teams are home back against William Patterson. So with a light slate of action next week, my highlight game of the week will be women's basketball against Kane on December 11th. The women's team holds an impressive 5-2 record, and more impressive than that, they've won 4 straight. After dropping a close game to Brooklyn College, the Profs have been red hot, winning 3 of their last 4 against NJAC opponents. They face off with another NJAC opponent in the Kane Cougars, who are just below 500 with a 3-4 record. Rowan has been led by senior guard Kate Hurley all year, and some other players are contributing as well, such as Christina Johnson and Charlotte Carlisle. All 3 of those players lead Rowan in scoring this year. Will Rowan extend the win streak to 5, or will the Kane Cougars end the recent stretch of success that the Profs are on? How could you not highlight a storyline like that? This game easily takes my highlight game of the week. So that wraps up the calendar segment for this episode and this season of All Access with the Profs. Thank you to the wonderful people working behind the scenes to make this show possible, along with my fellow anchors, Jordan Weisinger and Carrie Letizia. And most importantly, thank you all for watching at home each and every week. As always, I'm Jake Clark, and now it's time for Carrie Letizia and our interactive segment. Take it away, Carrie.
Thanks, Jake. I'm Carrie Letizia. Alongside me is Alex Reyes from the Rowan Roundnet Club. Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, how are you?
Good. First and foremost, how do you get involved with the Rowan Roundnet Club?
Well, yeah, you could go on ProfLink, go find us there. Also, if you just show up to any one of our practices, which are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 4 to 6, just show up. We're very inviting, welcoming everyone.
And when did you start getting involved?
So my freshman year, yeah, I've always loved the game Roundnet. But my freshman year, I was like, I needed to do it. So ended up venturing out, met some really cool people there, some college lifelong friends.
That's awesome. And then during these practices, like, what type of things do you guys do?
So most of the time, it's just scrimmaging each other, just playing for fun, just learning new things, learning new techniques, ways to put spin on the ball, to make the ball go a different way or something, and just bouncing off of each other.
And do you guys like go to competitions? Do you compete?
Yeah, so we sometimes will host tournaments, and people around like neighboring colleges will come. Other neighboring colleges also host tournaments, and we also go to like sectionals and nationals, which are held in JMU.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's tons of fun.
All right, well, I think it's time for you to show me some moves, how to play.
Yeah, so I'm going to be teaching you some clockwork. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the ball, and it's just teaching you to be able to hit the ball every direction.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a direction before I drop it, and then you're going to hit that direction. Let's see how you do.
Okay.
All right?
Before you do this,
Yes.
Can you show me how to hit the ball?
Okay, yeah, well, when you're hitting the ball, you don't want to hit it straight down because it's going to be so easy to return.
Okay.
You're trying to hit it more of like at a side angle like that, where it's more low to the ground, harder for somebody to get underneath it.
Harder for like me to get on, like underneath it.
Yeah,
That'd be like your opponent, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You ready for it?
I think I can do it. So you're gonna just say. So you're gonna throw it up.
I'm gonna say it before I toss it, and then I'm gonna drop it, and then you got it.
And what are the directions you're gonna say?
I'm gonna say left, right, back, forward.
And then if I have to hit it in that direction, it's not hand or.
You have to hit it in that direction.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
I'm nervous. Okay.
You ready?
I guess so.
All right, let's start with left here.
All right. Well,
Okay, I have to hit the net first.
yeah. So the goal is to hit the net and then for it to go off, but let's go left again, all right?
Okay. Oh,
Oh.
no, I went too slow.
One more
Okay.
time left here. There it is.
Whew.
All
A
right.
couple practices in me already.
Let's try a little bowling forward.
Oh no, I went too slow again. Sorry.
So when you go forward, it's like a bowling motion almost.
Okay.
You're just like slapping it like that.
But then how do I get it to hit the net when I do that?
You just get over top of it and try to push it down first.
Okay.
It has to go down before it comes back up,
Okay.
right?
I'm
All right,
ready.
forward. There you go.
Whew!
All right, right,
Oh no, I wasn't ready. I was gonna go forward. Okay.
right. There you go.
Oh gosh.
One more time. Backwards,
Oh no.
backwards.
How do you get it to go backwards?
When you're trying to get it to go backwards, you want to move around it a little bit.
Okay, so I'll like go like this
yeah,
kind of.
we step through it a little bit, you know?
Okay.
You got it. All right, backwards. Oh,
no.
that's close.
Okay. We'll try. Can we try that one again?
Yeah, let's do the backwards. Backwards. It counts.
Oh yes. I'm so good. I'm such a pro.
All right, let's do two more here.
Okay.
Left.
Oh no.
That was the right way, though. And then right.
Oh no.
Okay, well, wrong way there, but
I'm not
the
very
right
good at this.
hand.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do the right hand again. I need
Let's
to
do the
redeem
right hand.
myself here.
All right, left way,
Oh no. I need to redeem myself.
and then left.
What?
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Hit it to the left. Hit it to the
hit
left.
it to the left.
Hit it to the left here. Oh, it hit twice.
I feel like I'm really getting there.
You're getting it. You're almost
I
there.
feel like we really need to like practice outside of here, and I think I'll really get to it.
Yeah, maybe a bigger space, not anywhere
Not in the
it's
studio.
confined. Yeah, maybe.
Do you think I could go pro one day?
Potentially.
You see the potential. Well, thank you so much, Alex, for coming on here and teaching me about Rowan Roundnet.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, I'm Carrie Letizia with your last interaction segment of the semester. Thank you all for watching, and a big thank you to everybody who puts in all the hard work behind the scenes. Jordan, back to you to close out the season.
Thank you, Carrie, one last time this season for an excellent interaction segment. All year, we have gotten incredible insight on clubs all around campus. Everyone here at All Access with the Profs also wants to give you a shout out, as well as Julian Mazzarelli. You both have been terrific producers for this show, and it has shown with the quality of your product and the views we end up getting. Julian, best of luck after you graduate this winter. As for the rest of us, we hope to see you all next semester for all things Rowan sports. As the great closers do, such as the Sandman himself, Mariano Rivera, it is time to close out the show. As Billy Joel once said, life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. I'm afraid it's time for goodbye again. This is Jordan Weisinger from All Access with the Profs, signing off.